Every morning I wake up, I take a self-portrait and move on with my day. It's almost like brushing teeth at this point.
More than 5 years ago, artist and photographer Jana Nosenko started this self-portrait project, and she doesn't plan to end it anytime soon.
It keeps me grounded in a way because I don't have family here.
She began taking daily self-portraits when she moved to the U.S. from Russia. In March 2024, Nosenko shared a series of those photos as part of an exhibit she curated for the Mass Art by SOA Graduate Gallery in Boston.
The exhibit is called Borderless. Broadly speaking, it's about migration, it's about displacement, it's about home. Basically, the themes that are very close to my heart. I'm starting with February 24, 2022, where my country instigated war in Ukraine. So that's the image I took on the day of, and I tried to connect myself with news that's happening in the world.
A print alongside the digital display captures an emotional morning.
I'm in New York City, nearby JFK airport, because that's where my mom was flying from on May 29th, 2022. The last time we saw each other in person. My mom usually doesn't pose with me, you can tell by this photograph.
I think she gets what you're doing.
Fellow Mass Art alumnus Claudio Asen also has photos featured in the exhibit.
I'm talking about my family and us reclaiming ourselves in America. As I was born in Ghana, and then we moved to Italy, and at the age of 9 moved to Worcester, Massachusetts, where we currently live. And really talking about the themes about assimilation, migration, and really what it means to have a home.
His family portrait captures his mother, sister, and brother wearing traditional kente cloth from Ghana. Asen created the photo in the home his family owns in Worcester.
I was very nervous to show it. I'll be honest, showing family work is bittersweet because there's a mix of emotions. When I saw it at this scale, I felt it was right.
In Hubbardston, Meg Demalia and Debbie Lindsay typically meet families in the happiest moments of their lives. Their business, TTLB Photography, specializes in charming shots of babies and children.
This is what I have that way. Yeah.
But one family's difficult loss showed them another way to use their skills.
We had a client who came in and we did a maternity session for her, and her baby was not going to make it. Baby did pass during the delivery, and so we went in and we took images for baby Lucas, and we were there for hours, Deb and I. We sat with the family.
At the hospital, a nurse introduced Demalia and Lindsay to Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep, a nonprofit that connects volunteer photographers with parents experiencing the loss of a baby.
I wasn't even out of the hospital before I was Googling on my phone on how to volunteer. I love giving these families these memories. I think they really need them.
Now We Lay Down to Sleep gives us the chance to really be a part of something for somebody. Because when you go home after a stillbirth, you're going home without that baby, and that baby doesn't exist outside of that hospital. And when we give them those photos, they're able to take that with them.
Demalia and Lindsay have been volunteer photographers for the organization for years now. They also have regional leadership roles.
One of my favorite types of images are not even the images of the baby, it's the implied images. So the family's holding the baby, looking down at the baby. Then I also am big on the details of the baby. So those little hands, those little feet, you want to remember everything.
Our goal is always to deliver images that are comforting to families.
Both photographers say using their skills in this way has been incredibly meaningful.
Experiencing a loss like that is something that you're going to take with you for the rest of your life. And having those images, having something to remember your baby by, is therapeutic.
We stay connected with some of those families, and then seeing them later on, and we've seen families that have had live births after, and they've come in here and we've taken their pictures and we've snuggled their babies and we've talked about their memories. For me, it's a calling.
It is indeed. What a wonderful thing they're doing. And Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep provides all the photos to those families for free.
For free. And Megan and Debbie also say that part of their work is outreach to hospitals. Number one, to raise awareness about the work that they do, but they also help to train medical teams to take some photos in case there's no volunteer photographer available.
Still ahead, putting your best face forward.